This business meeting will come to order pursuant to the notice issued on September 29, 2021. Chairman Peters asked me to get us started today, and he will be joining us shortly. The committee is meeting to consider two critical pieces of cybersecurity legislation and the following nominations to the Merit Systems Protection Board and the District of Columbia Courts. Ms. Kathy Harris, to be a member and chair of the Merit Systems Protection Board, or MSPB. Mr. Tristan Levitt and Mr. Raymond Limon to be MSPB members. Ms. Tova Calderon to be an associate judge on the District of Columbia Court of Appeals. And Ms. Ruta Gunta, Ms. Kenya Sion Lopez, and Mr. Sean Staples to be Associated Justices on the Superior Court of the District of Columbia. The Merit Systems Protection Board is an independent agency that is critical to ensuring an effective and accountable federal government. The bipartisan three-member board adjudicates cases involving whistleblower retaliation and violations of civil service laws. Unfortunately, the MSPB has been completely vacant for over 2 years and without a quorum for nearly 5 years, leading to an unprecedented backlog of over 3,400 cases waiting for action. Federal employees, like the 12,000 who live in Nevada, may have had cases pending before the board for years, even whistleblowers fired in apparent retaliation for speaking up but unable to get relief from the MSPB. All three MSPB nominees before us today are well qualified and bring significant experience with federal employee and whistleblower matters. They're ready to work together to tackle the challenge before MSPB head-on, and I urge my colleagues to join me in supporting these nominations today. The 4 D.C. judicial nominees are also well qualified to serve on the local District of Columbia courts. Both the Superior Court and the District of Columbia Court of Appeals are struggling with heavy caseloads and several vacancies. I urge my colleagues to join me in supporting each of these nominations. We also have cybersecurity legislation. The Cyber Incident Reporting Act is bipartisan legislation from Chairman Peters and Ranking Member Portman, requiring critical infrastructure owners and operators to report substantial cyber incidents to the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, or CISA. The Cyber Incident Reporting Act, which I am proud to support, will provide federal agencies with much-needed data that will enhance the government's ability to understand and combat cyber attacks in real time. It will counter and prosecute criminal cyber actors and decrease the chances of a massive cyber attack that disrupt the lives and livelihoods of Americans. This bill will also greatly help Nevadans who, according to the FBI, lost over $44 million to cyber criminals in 2020. Ransomware attacks are also becoming an increasingly significant problem, including an attack earlier this summer on a Nevada hospital system that reportedly exposed the private data of 1.3 million people. The Cyber Incident Reporting Act will also require most entities, except small businesses and individuals, to report if they made a ransom payment. This will give the federal government a better understanding of the threat of ransomware attacks, which will enable certain agencies to provide assistance and support ransomware attack victims, as well as discourage ransom payments, minimize harms, punish adversaries, and deter future attacks. We will also be considering bipartisan legislation to update the Federal Information Security Modernization Act, or FISMA. This requires federal agencies and contractors to report when they are hit by cyber attacks. The reforms to FISMA will ensure the federal government takes a risk-based approach to mitigate cybersecurity threats to our federal networks. The bill will help bolster CISA's lead role in supporting agency information security programs, ensuring that CISA is the central point for reporting and helping to remediate incidents and breaches on federal networks or on any information systems that manage or store federal data. FISMA 2021 makes long overdue improvements to the responsibilities and authorities of all federal agencies while ensuring that CISA has the visibility, the resources, and the capabilities to support greater information sharing, security protections, and response activities that will boost agency cybersecurity postures and promote a more cohesive federal cybersecurity environment. The Cyber Incident Reporting Act and the reform to FISMA will greatly improve the cybersecurity of our critical infrastructure and federal networks. With that, I will turn it over to Ranking Member Portman. Senator Portman, you are now recognized for your opening remarks.
Thank you, Madam Chair.